What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna do a little video on building a D series head. So right here I have this is a d16z6 head. I'm gonna be building it for a boosted application. I got some stuff. I got it all cleaned up already. I got all the studs out, and I have just everything gutted pretty much. I got the cam out, the rocker assembly, all the valves and valve springs. I pulled off the old valve stem seals and the little piece that's underneath the valve stem seal. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but this little piece. I just washed everything really good, and with purple power, made sure everything looks okay. I was gonna take this to my machine shop, get it resurfaced, but honestly, I don't think I'm gonna have to. It came out of a car that was running fine, and I'm just don't want to spend the money on it. So I just got it all cleaned up. I'm gonna just roll with it how it is now. It's not warped or anything, so it should be fine. The cam journals look really nice, not scratched up or anything. So this head's in good condition, but I'll show you what we got over here. So first of all, we have new valve stem seals. If you're gonna take it apart, you might as well just replace these. So I got those. I got Brian Crower springs. I don't know if there's like a different stage of springs. I got these in I got them with the rest of my parts over here, so I don't know what weight they are. I just know they're Brian Crower, so those should be good. And then for valves, I got SuperTech valves. I got intake and exhaust. So there's the exhaust valve, and then there's the intake valve. And right now, first of all, we're gonna go ahead and lap all the valves. And so I got this valve grinding compound, AutoZone, and I have this valve tool. So it likes a suction cup for lapping your valves. So I think it's kind of big. I don't know if it's gonna work for the exhaust valves. It might. For the intake valves, it's gonna work, but they gave me a really big one for some reason, and Honda valves are just kind of tiny. So hopefully this works, but if it doesn't, I can just figure something else out. And then to keep track of where the valves go, I just have this piece of cardboard. So I got exhaust over here and intake here, just how it's lined up right here. So exhaust, intake, and then I just have them labeled, from the timing side and then on. So I got number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I just have two little, these represent the valves, and I'll just, once I'm done lapping it, so say this one went here, which it doesn't because this is an intake valve, but if it did, or if it went here, I'd take this out and I'd go and stick it in right here, so I know when I pull this one out, it's lapped for this spot. All right, and we're gonna start doing this, so let's get going. All right, guys, I'm gonna do the intake side first because they're bigger. So I'm gonna start with number 1 in the first corner, so this one right here. So I just kind of stuck it in there, and I'm gonna put some of that grinding compound on the back here, and then I'm just gonna push it in and then start lapping it. So I'm gonna set the camera right here, and I'm gonna open up this valve grinding compound. And after you lap all the valves, you want to make sure you clean all this stuff off really good before you put the engine back together. And I'm actually gonna take this valve out to do this. So you just want to, around that silver ring, get a nice good layer on there. Fairly thick, you really don't need a lot, but and then kind of just rub it in with your finger just to get it all in there. Alright, and then this valve will be for this spot right here. So we're just gonna go ahead and stick it in, seat it down like that, and we're gonna take our suction cup, boom, and we're just gonna stick it on there, I guess. I'm gonna scoot over here a little bit, and I'm just gonna stick it onto the back of the valve. Oh no. Don't tell me this is not gonna work. Okay. And then we're just gonna okay, if I just kinda push, and if I just kinda push and then go, it kinda moves it a little bit. See, it gets quieter. Go do another little bit. Alright, so this smaller one barely works in the intake valve, so for the exhaust ones I'm just gonna have to use a drill or do a different way, but I just have it on my lap like this, and I'm just kinda pushing down. Sometimes it falls off, but you just have to get it to where it'll go. You just go back and forth like you're kind of starting a fire. So it's not too hard. You have to figure out something for the exhaust ones because they're a little bit smaller, but we'll figure something out. Alright, went ahead and hammered all the valve stem seals in. Got some extra right here. I actually messed one of them up and had to redo it, but you just use a 10 mil on an extension and then just tap them in there with a hammer. Pretty easy. They look like that. Got these two through right here. So what I'm doing is looking at my cardboard here and just pulling them, you know, in the order that I lapped them. So I pulled that one first, pulled that one next, and right here and here. So then the next one that goes here will obviously be this one right here. And then before I put them in, I got a little thing of oil, an oil cap here. And so pull my next valve. Make sure it's all clean. Got just some paper towels over here. I just wipe them. Just make sure they're all clean. They should be from the factory, but you had that lapping compound on there. Just make sure that's all off. Dip your finger in this oil and then just coat the whole valve stem in oil. And use more than you think you need. And then you just go in there and push it. Careful past the seal, kind of wiggle it back and forth, and boom, it's in there. Grab the next one, and so on and so forth. Okay, I got this one all in. So So what we're doing is basically just putting our retainer right here, using this tool, clamping it down, and we're just throwing the keepers in. I'll film one, and let me show you guys what's going on here. Try to at least. Alright, so you're gonna go down to about there. Where that lip, that ring just comes through, you're gonna put the keepers in with the sharp side down. So this side down. Okay, like that, and then you loosen this. It clips it in place, like so. Boom. And you just do that to all of them.